So I remember the first time we went to South Africa, sweetheart, way back in the day. I wasted so much money every single time I took cash out of the ATM.
Well, hey, we didn't know.
No, no, we didn't know. And you don't know until you know, right? And so we're going to tell you all of the little tips that we've picked up along the way. Especially, okay, really? Are you freaking kidding me right now? So I thought I had muted that. I'm
She's
sorry about
recording us
that.
on that one. So.
Sorry about that, y'all. Rookie mistake. Rookie mistake. Anyway, we're going to tell you all the tips and tricks that we've learned along the way in this international travel game. So,
if you're coming to the meetup, stick around until the end because we have some additional information just for you.
That's right. But first, hey, y'all, my name's Halisa.
And I'm Rick. Welcome to our Black Utopia.
On our channel, we talk about money, travel, and life abroad. We help folks who look like us, who are getting close to retirement age and forgot to plan, get their money straight so that they can retire on time or maybe even early.
Early is a good thing.
All right, sweetheart, what are we talking about today?
So today we are going to talk about Black Jetsetters. Secrets, 10 hacks for stress-free trips.
That's right. That's right. But first, if you're new to our channel, then you might not know. Back in 2018, Rick and I got a wake up call, y'all. We looked at our money and it looked crazy.
Crazy.
Okay.
You like that.
But we got a financial together and we went from negative 22,000 over 1.1 million in net worth, y'all. Y'all look. If we can do it, you can do it. You can do it too, right? And so if money is the thing, if money is the thing that is keeping you stuck, if money is the thing that makes you feel like you cannot travel the way that you want to travel or retire the way you want to retire, maybe making more money is the thing that you need. And so Rick and I have had a side hustle for our entire marriage. And that really did help us stay out of less debt than we would have been otherwise, right? It helped, right? Right? And it helped us build up a savings and a retirement account. We have our side hustle challenge coming up in July, and information is in the description below. We're only taking 25 folks, y'all. Only 25 people. It is a 10-week side hustle challenge. We will get you from conception all the way to launch in those 10 weeks. So you need to be prepared to do that. If you're not prepared to do that, wait until the next time we do it.
Save your money.
Save your money, right? All right, let's go ahead and get started. 10 best practices for African-American international travelers. Number 1, always decline the dynamic currency conversion.
So when you're asked, would you like to pay in USD or local currency? Always choose local currencies. Why? Choosing USD activates the dynamic currency conversion, the DCC, which often comes with worse conversion rates and extra hidden fees.
Exactly. Thank you to 2 of our new members. I just want to give them a quick shout out, Dr. Sanji. And then we just had, yes, Yusuf Jones. Thank you for supporting us and becoming a member. Yes. We have 2 levels of membership, and we meet every Sunday before we go live privately with our members, and we chitty chat.
Chat it up.
All right.
Hey, Charles.
Hey, Charles. Number 2, use a no foreign transaction fee credit card. Now, what do we mean by that? Cards like Chase Sapphire, Preferred, Capital One Venture, or Charles Schwab or Fidelity debit cards, right? All of these will refund ATM fees, and they are travel game changers.
Yeah, really. Avoid carrying large amounts of cash and never use a debit card from the U.S. bank that charges foreign fees.
And you don't have to.
Unless it's reimbursed.
Right. So when we use, we've got, Schwab and Fidelity, right? Both of those reimburse ATM and don't charge fees for international fees as well, right? Obviously, there's always going to be a conversion rate, but no conversion fees, no ATM fees. And that's what you want. Those fees add up, y'all, especially when you're trying to retire early, like we did, right? And you're trying to live well and not waste money. So number 3, get a local SIM card or use an eSIM. This is very, very important because, oh my gosh, in those early days of travel. First of all, your phone is your toolkit. So that's number 1. So US international phone plans, I remember when we were with Verizon and AT&T, we went international. We went on international trips when we were with both companies, and they charge between $10 and $14.95 per day for their international plan.
That's when you activate it.
And that's just ridiculous. It's overpriced and overwhelming. Instead, buy a local SIM card or a local eSIM card. That's one choice. You can get that at the airport. Even getting it at the airport, which is more expensive, but even getting it at the airport for like €50, all you can eat for the 2 weeks that you're here, for the 1 week that you're here, could be less expensive than that $15 a day. Right. And now you've got a local number and you're getting the local signal and all of that. And you just don't have to worry about stuff. A lot of the restaurants and stuff, you want to RSVP for reservations and all of that stuff. They use WhatsApp, right? They use WhatsApp, and it's just easier if you've got a local number and you can use that data to use your WhatsApp. Or you can use an eSIM. Like, I think I'm pronouncing this right. Airalo. AIRALO. That one and Holofly. We've checked out Holofly. We haven't used it yet, but we're probably going to. Both of those are eSIMs that will allow you to stay connected worldwide hassle-free. Okay. Now, again, we have not tried them yet, but we're going to. Number 4.
Download key apps before you leave, even if you're here and you haven't. Download these apps because you can go to the Apple Store, wherever, and get these apps. They're free. So you want Google Maps, offline maps. You want Google Translate with offline languages.
That means you download the language while you're on Wi-Fi. Okay.
XE currency converter, so you can know where your money is, how much fluctuation there is. WhatsApp is the greatest app for free global communications. Use it. We use it every day. Okay. Get a VPN app like Proton VPN. We use NordVPN.
Information on NordVPN is in the description below. We have a link. And it might give you a discount as well. So NordVPN, that link is in the description below.
So you can access USA sites abroad.
Right. And the thing about a VPN, the other thing about a VPN is that it increases your safety. So unlike in the US, a lot of the world has free Wi-Fi almost everywhere. So here in Lisbon, Portugal, our metro system, most of our metro system already has free Wi-Fi. There's free Wi-Fi at most restaurants. They just don't trip over it. Okay. But that means for people who are the bad guys, right? They also have access to that free Wi-Fi network.
You want to protect yourself.
So if you get a VPN like NordVPN, which we use, that allows an extra layer of protection when you are on those public Wi-Fi systems. And then the last app that you definitely need to have.
Definitely. Got to get City Mapper to access the public transportation systems in most major cities.
Y'all.
I mean, how many times has that saved us?
Y'all, right? No joke. Like City Mapper is the bomb. And I don't know if they have a paid version. And the other one
There's
is
a paid version.
TripIt. TRIPIT. Okay, let's talk about City Mapper first. City Mapper, we use City Mapper here. We use City Mapper in Rome. We use City Mapper in Thailand. We use City Mapper everywhere we go. It will adjust to the city that you're at. I have yet to go to a city where it didn't have access to the data it needed to provide you with the service. And it will tell you how much an Uber will cost. It will tell you how long to walk there. And then it will give you all of the different routes from all of the different public transportation systems.
Mm-hmm.
And then it will say, go, it'll tell you what bus stop, but then sometimes you don't know what side of the street to be on, especially if you don't know the city, right? So it'll tell you the bus stop number, right? Or whatever identifying marks that city has. Like here, our bus stops are numbered. So number 423, go to bus stop number 423. This might be 423. And then on the other side of the street, going in the opposite direction would be 424, right? Even over there, out over there, whatever. You guys get the point.
It will tell you when to get off the bus.
Get ready. You're going to get off at the next stop. Yes. Right. It tells you all of that. And then the other one is TripIt. For us, especially when we're going on multi-city trips, but regardless, there's a paid version and there's a free version. We send, every time we get our reservations from the hotel or the booking.com, whatever accommodations we're going to have, any tours that we're going to do, and the flights and all of that, we send all of that to TripIt, and then it gets populated into the app and creates this itinerary for you.
And you share it with others. You share with family members. My best buddy in Denver, anytime he takes a trip, he puts all the information in TripIt, and I am one of the people it goes to, so I can tell exactly where he is. How long he's going to be there.
That's right.
It gives me all his information. When times his flights are, everything. I mean, he's coming here.
That's right. And you still have that.
Checking in our apartment, when he's checking out
our apartment. So which is hilarious.
TripIt is an excellent app.
It is. Y'all got to get it. You got to get it. And I don't have the paid version. I know that there's a paid version, because the other thing that the paid version will allow you to do is to upload all of the documents. So you can have a digital copy of the documents from your reservations and stuff like that. But it automatically puts in the confirmation numbers and all of those things. All right. Number 5. Thank you, Dennis. We appreciate you so, so much. Number 5, photocopy your passport and important documents, y'all. This is so, so important.
Yeah. You want to keep a digital and paper copies of your passport, visa pages, travel insurance, emergency contacts.
Yeah.
Yeah,
you want to use also cloud storage like Google Drive. You put your stuff on Google Drive, not just in your phone, not just on your hard drive. Put it in like a Google Drive or your iCloud. That way, if you get pickpocketed or something like that, right, you can log into another computer and get access to your stuff. All right. So be smart, and always, you can keep a hard copy, keep it in a separate bag.
Yeah.
Keep it in a separate bag. Number 6.
Number 6 is blend in, but don't dim your light.
What do you mean by that?
While being Black abroad can draw attention, often positive attention, it's smart to observe and adopt local dress codes and customs. Be confident, be yourself, and also be culturally aware to avoid standing out in unsafe ways.
Yeah. And so, this was not an unsafe environment, but one of the things that was very important to us, like when we were in Thailand, when you go into the temples, a few things. One, shoulders need to be covered, right? Like women cannot go in with like a tank top on and their shoulders bare. 2, you have to take your shoes off, right? And I saw some people, trying to feel some kind of way about that. This is not our country. Right? We're in Thailand. That's not our country. We are guests. And their customs are that you honor them by dressing appropriately when you're visiting their temples. Those are their places of worship, and we're treating them like Disneyland.
Yeah.
Right? Not cool. Not cool. So those are the kinds of things that I think we're talking about. Number 7, learn a few key phrases in the local language. This is so helpful and important.
Learn how to say hello.
Or thank you,
Thank you.
Right? Or I don't speak whatever language.
I don't speak whatever language.
Right? Não falo português, right? whatever. Or you fala Inglés? Do you speak English? Learn how to say, do you speak English, or I don't speak that, right? It's smart to observe and adopt local dress codes and customs. I'm sorry. I'm on the wrong thing. So, what I found is locals tend to respond, right? They tend to respond very positively, even like no matter what, because in Thailand, come on now, y'all. All we knew how to say was hello and thank you. But we used it. Oh, maybe an excuse me. But we used it. And now I don't even remember. Do you remember any of it?
Nope.
Don't remember. I don't remember.
I don't.
I remember that. I remember this. I remember the customs.
The bow, the customs.
Right. And so, beautiful customs. Beautiful customs. Appreciating other folks' stuff, other folks' customs, other folks' traditions, and things like that. If you can just do that, you probably will have the best time of your life. When we were taught what the different bows meant in Thai, well, not in Thai language, but in their culture, it was so beautiful. And then I was like, okay, I'm gonna use that, right? I'm gonna use that. And they appreciate that. Even if I got all you could do, like, so from here, this is like peers, and this would be God, and then everything in between for elders and you can get the point, right? So it's like just go high, and you're showing the respect, and and they appreciate your attempt. People really do, because humans are humans, y'all. They really are. Number 8
is to join Black expat and travel groups.
Yes.
Connect with online communities.
Yep.
Like Black Americans living abroad.
Right.
On Facebook.
That's right. Fire Over 50. Our Black Utopia's Fire Over 50. Or Blacks at Global's passport program. Maybe even Nomad Travel Magnet Travel Tribe. There's also Exodus Summit. There is 60 plus travelers. There is Picky Girls Travel Solo. That's Picky Girls Travels YouTube. All of these groups, plus the local group for where you're going.
Black Global. Hey.
I said Blacks at Global.
You did?
I did say Blacks at Global.
Well,
hey, Krishan.
Hey, Krishan.
All right, number 9.
Get travel insurance. Every time you leave the country, every time you travel, it's a must. Do not leave home without it.
What we say? Do not.
Do not.
Do not. Do not. Medical costs abroad could be financially devastating if you were in a serious accident or something like that. And so we've used Safety Wing. We have used Allianz. We have used AXA. There's also FAY, World Nomads, and all of these will offer some affordable and flexible coverage programs. Okay, they will cover trip delays and thefts and emergencies and all of these things, as well as the medical. All right, so this is not travel insurance. This is travel health insurance, not like you buy from United Airlines when they say, do you want to insure this trip for $4.95 or something like that? That's not what we're talking about. We're talking about travel health insurance from a separate company, right? So if you have to go to the hospital, they will cover those charges, etc. And then last but certainly not least, number 10.
Stay conscious of anti-Blackness, because it's out there. It is, but once again, do not let it steal your joy.
That's right. Racism exists worldwide. We know that, right? We know that. But so does Black joy, resilience, and connectedness. And we saw that today, right, Action VJ?
Oh, yeah.
So we were checking out the restaurant that we're going to meet at next week for St. Anthony's, for those of you who are coming to the meetup. And Action VJ and Our Black Utopia, we're sitting there checking out the food, this and that, talking to not the proprietor, but one of the staff members, or assistant managers or whatever, about, our group coming next week. And in walks these 2 Black ladies who are Portuguese. Yes. And you would not have known that we were not family, right?
No, not at all.
Like, they walked in, they hugged all of us. I got the 2 kisses on the cheek and all of that to the bang. right?
Oh, yeah.
And the whole 9 yards. And at the end of the day, we've taken pictures together. They've got our number, and we've got their number, etc. And this is the connectedness that we are talking about that is worldwide.
Did they get Action VJ's number?
They did not get Action VJ's number, but they wanted Action VJ's number.
They
They wanted Action VJ's number.
Action VJ was eye candy. Okay?
So learn which countries tend to be more welcoming and safe for us, okay? Because we don't want to get out of the frying pan and into the fire. Ask expats, watch YouTube reviews, and use resources like Our Black Utopia, Travel Noir, the Black Expat, Blacks at Global, etc. Exodus Summit. We know who to check out, right? We know. I want to say one more thing on number 10. Because I realize some of the folks who are, because we're going to go right into the meetup, y'all. We realize that some of the folks who have come here have gone on the African Lisbon tour. I'm glad that you did. So Naki's African Lisbon tour, we've had Naki on the channel. Naki was one of the sponsors for the Move to Portugal Virtual Summit. Naki does not mince words, and he tells you what the real deal is on the history of Portugal. So that's why when people get up in our comments and talking about, don't you know, Portugal, well, they created the transatlantic slave. Our first week before we even decided to move here, the first tour that we took was the African Lisbon tour. So we moved here with all blinders off. We knew where we were moving. And so what we want to say, if you are thinking about moving to a place, be it Portugal or someplace else, get the history, get the information, go in with your eyes wide open. Anti-Blackness is global, y'all. And anti-Black American is global. However, racism is not necessarily lethal everywhere. So that's number one. And then number two, you bring an energy with you and it is reciprocated. And so not to diminish anyone's experience, but what we have found is you've got to go to a place with an open mind, understand the ramifications, chips off the shoulders, and experience it for yourself.
Yes.
Right. And so for all of the folks who think, oh, well, Shega got, Shega is our Trump, right? That party anyway, our MAGA. They won second place and blah, 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 this and blah, 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 that. How do you feel when you walk around? When you walk into the stores owned by moms and pops, how are you treated? How are you treated on the streets? Okay. How are you treated when you go into the pharmacy? Go get your nails done. Go get your hair cut. Go ask for a prescription, all of these things, and see how you are treated in the place that you want to live. And then you can figure out if the racism compares to the United States. Because I'm going to tell you, the United States wrote the book, okay? Nazism came from, they studied the United States. South Africa studied the United States. All right. So when you think you're getting out of the frying pan into the fire, it's because you hear the stories of the people here, but they haven't experienced what we've experienced, y'all. They have not experienced what we've experienced. And when I tell them about it, they look at me like I'm crazy because the media doesn't tell them. And so and they see, some of these movies and then they're all, but that's just a movie. No, that's real life. And they don't know it. They do not know it. Okay. All right. So that was our 10. And I wanted to get that out because, we hear a lot about how am I going to be treated? How am I going to be treated? How am I going to be treated? And to be perfectly honest, Rick and I have been to too many countries right now for me to count off the top of my head. And I have never been treated worse than I've been treated in the United States. So, number one, always decline the dynamic currency conversion. Number two, use a no foreign transaction fee credit card. Number three, get a local SIM card. Number 4, download key applications onto your phone before you leave. Remember, your phone is your toolkit. Number 5, Photoshop your passport and other important documents. Number 6, blend in, but don't dim your light. Number 7, learn key phrases in the local language. Number 8, join Black expat and travel groups. Number 9, get travel health insurance every single time. And number 10, stay conscious of anti-Blackness, but don't let it steal your joy. All right. So for the people who are coming to the meetup, make sure you guys got comfortable shoes. Like, these cobblestones are no joke.
Nope.
No joke. Tomorrow is the last day to buy tickets. So if anybody is watching and was trying to wait to see if Cousin and them was actually going to come or whatever have you, tomorrow is the last day. I've got to give final numbers to our vendors. So, I mean, you can still come to Portugal, obviously, and you can join us for all the other gatherings, but I've got to give our vendors our final numbers tomorrow. So tomorrow is the last day. Make sure you check your email, the email address that you used for PayPal. All right. Check your email, and make sure that you're in the WhatsApp group.
Yeah. They're planning a lot of extracurricular activity.
Yeah. These people, I can't even keep up.
None of us can.
It's going to be so crazy busy. I cannot even keep up. So they're planning spa days and, of course, Naki's tour, Afro Flavors tour. We're going to do some Jamaican food. We've got some Juneteenth celebrations going on. That's over and above the meetup itself.
Yeah, we got a Sangria Friday scheduled to come up, and
and our brunch and everything else. So we now have over 100 people attending our meetup so far for the day trip to Evora, y'all. I want you to check your email and stay tuned because we have so many people. We have to move the location to where we're meeting the buses because that many buses cannot be downtown. So, we're still going to be in the city center, but it's going to be about a 10 to 15 minute walk away from that original address. So stay tuned. I will give you the new address after. I'm just going to send out one more email. So since tomorrow is the last day to purchase, shut it down, and then I'll send out the final information. Metro Red Line, y'all. The Metro Red Line here in Lisbon you can catch that right outside of baggage claim. Mm-hmm. So if you're not afraid, if you want to use your city mapper and you're not afraid to catch the Metro, you can use your credit card and swipe, or you can buy Visa Pass or the Navigante paper pass that will give you a slight discount. And you just top it up with like €20 or so. Either way, you can take the Metro or you can catch the Uber or Bolt. So Bolt is another application that you want to download. Bolt. And you can catch those at the it's upstairs, right?
Upstairs at the airport.
Yeah, at the Kiss and Fly parking lot. So that's where you catch your ride shares, Bolt and Uber. And they're very affordable. Like we live in the city center. We're about 20 minutes from the airport. It's never more than about €7. We're really spoiled. I just have to say. So I think that's it. We don't answer questions on Thursdays. Thursdays is a day that but Benita's saying we have an appointment at the consulate July 31st. How did you go about securing a lease? So Benita, we have information in the description below with the folks that we use and or suggest to help find an apartment, to help with your visa process and all of that stuff, all of the things that you need. I don't know if I've put it in there yet. I will right after this live. I'll put it in the description below. It'll be called All Things Portugal, and that information will be under there. We also have permanent residency in Mexico, y'all. Don't sleep Mexico. Do not sleep Mexico. Do not sleep Mexico. All right. So if you are a member of the channel, we will see you on Sunday before our live. And we're going to chitty chat.
If you're not a member, become a member.
Become a member. Become a
Utopian or Utopian legend.
Yeah. One of the things that I have to say, because we've also got a Substack, and I've got a couple of articles that I need to get out. But we might be going live on Substack as well. I don't know how long YouTube is going to let us continue saying the things that we're saying, because we're not going to let up talking about the melon felon. We're not going to let up talking about the fascist regime that has taken over our home country. We're not. So if they cave, if Google caves, it is your membership and all of that will help us move to a different platform. Because we will not give in. We will resist. We will not capitulate. We will not bow down. We will not bend the knee.
And thank you, Black Butterfly, for reminding us for Miss Taylor's birthday, passing on the 30th of
Breonna
May.
Taylor.
Breonna Taylor. Yeah, she would have been 32 years old. So happy, heavenly, belated birthday to her.
32.
In our thoughts.
32. And with that, we're going to let you go. We'll see the Urban Legends next week on Thursday live, right? Legends, you guys are going to come on, chitty chat with us on air. Our Utopian Legends, Urban Legends, our Utopian Legends, and everybody else. We'll see you on Sunday. Love you. Bye.